Hey, what's going on? Anthony Aries here, and I want to make a transparent video for you, a heartfelt video, and I've got to do this because if I don't do this, then I'm not really going to be able to help you, right? So, this is like one of those just because videos, because I know what it's like to struggle. I've been through many challenges in my life: loss of family, divorce, financial loss, rebuilding it back up, losing it again. Um, and, through the journey, I realized that there's a key critical factor to the whole thing. It doesn't matter what you know. Like, you could have, the greatest secrets of how to create wealth in the world. And if this one factor isn't right, nothing's going to work, right? So, and that's why I wanted to make this video for you, because we're all guilty of taking this one factor lightly. We're guilty of not admitting, we're guilty of having a hard time admitting that it's the problem. A lot of times we don't even want to fix this one factor. We want to focus on learning more secrets and, learning more tricks and buying more stuff and, getting overwhelmed. And listen, there's nothing wrong with buying a lot of the information products and softwares. There's nothing wrong with it. I would not be here today in front of this video, making this video for you, if I was not a buyer of the stuff that I tell you to buy. I mean, I love this stuff. It's made me who I am today. It's given me the knowledge that I have in my brain. It's given me the confidence to take action and be here on video, talking with you, making this, having success. So, had a lot of things happen, as you may or may not know about me. And so, this one critical factor, if you haven't figured it out yet, is mindset. It's so important. Yet, sometimes we just have a hard time believing that it's important, or we don't want to focus on it, or maybe we do focus on it and we don't get where we want to go with it. We bang our heads against the wall. We can't overcome certain fears or whatever it is, right? It's the big elephant in the room that's got to get addressed, because you could buy as many information products and as many softwares as you can get your hands on. If you don't get this part fixed, whatever you decide to focus on is not going to work until you get this part fixed. So, and I realize that, especially after all the challenges I've been through. Um, so a lot of folks don't know this, but I had, like, I came back and did really well after losing everything in the real estate crash. Right, had some success with information marketing. I launched my info business. It was called REO Kit. It was a real estate information product. We had success. We did great. It became, my first information product. I batted 1,000. Like, got so lucky. I was in the right place at the right time. Created a product that the market needed to teach real estate agents how to sell foreclosures for the banks, right? To become listing agents for the banks. And the REO Kit blew up, sold tens of thousands of units over a 4-year period. It was a $200,000 a year business net profit after paying affiliates. And then I made another few $100,000 as an affiliate promoting real estate products. It was an awesome ride. Sold that business, sold the list, sold the blog network, sold the leads, sold the rights to the product, sold everything in 2011, came into this world and started teaching this stuff because it was my passion. Like, I was kind of done with real estate. I'd had my fill, and I wanted to teach people how I made a lot of money as a real estate broker, which was generating leads on the internet using SEO way back in 2002. And I wanted to teach that to my real estate agent leads, the people that bought my real estate product, but they didn't want to learn that. They didn't want to learn internet stuff. So when I came over to the make money online side and I had an opportunity to teach this stuff, it was like kid in a candy store. Did really, really well. Now, this is what a lot of people don't know. Did really, really well in that time frame. I played more in the Warrior Plus forum, the Warrior Plus platform, the WSO forum. Whoops, I lost my screen there. And then JVZoo came along a little bit later after that. And anyways, so from 2011 to like 2012, it was like mid 2012, so for early 2011. So it was about a year and a half. I had a great run. I did a bunch of launches. I got to connect with Chris Winters. I had my very first ever six-figure product launch, like within a week. Like REO Kid made six figures, but we never made as many sales, in a week as I did with the product I did with Chris Winters. So it was a big milestone in my career, and I was just happy things were moving really fast. Well, just got into a weird funk where like I had lost all this weight, and then I gained it back during this time because I was launching, promoting, launching, promoting. It was like just like hitting total euphoria. I was doing something I loved, and I got to do a ton of it, and I burned myself out. Like we all kind of burn ourselves out when we find something we really love. We go crazy, full throttle, money's coming in like nuts. And I went through this weird spot where the business just grew really fast, and I got really complacent. I was not happy with where I was. It seemed as though my friends were blowing past me with their business. Like they were adapting quicker than I was. They were, delegating and outsourcing faster than I was and better than I was. They were younger too, so they had more energy than me. So from like mid 2011, it's kind of when it started to get weird. I got in trouble with PayPal, or they closed my account down. It was a giant pain in the ass for like 6 months. My money was tied up after doing a couple of big launches, the one with Chris Winters included. So it just became disheartened, with everything that was going on, and the joint venture reciprocation and all kinds of just weird shit that gets in your head. And so I like became stuck, and I actually wanted to leave the business. Started doing a lot of high-end private consulting, and kind of dug it, but was still just in a weird complacent spot. I just had like a distaste for anything internet. Even getting in front of the computer was a huge drain for me. So to make a long story short, it was all what was going on in here. Well, I got lucky, and I got connected with this guy named Michael Burnoff from a colleague of mine, a guy by the name of Matt Trainer, who had taught me some internet stuff back in 2008. I had learned some stuff about squeeze pages from him way back in 2008. And he was someone I looked up to, and I connected with him at an event, and he ended up connecting me with this guy named Michael Burnoff. And he signed me up for this 1 week class called Call to Action, and it was like 4 days, something like that, 4 or 5 days, and I got on the class every day. It's a live class, and there's a lot of interaction. You get on the phone with folks, and tons of interaction, and it's just unbelievable. A lot of accountability, and it like got me out of this funk. Like, this is the funk that I was in. So just to show you, I got some screenshots here pulled up from JVZoo, and you look, this is my sales as a vendor, like me creating products. Now, 2011 to 2014 on JVZoo, I did something like $21,000, in that time span, which is like, I don't know, 3 years, let's say, right? 2.5 years, 3 years, whatever. And this is how much I did as an affiliate in that time span. Well, from then until now, this is how much I've done as an affiliate, like 239,000. That's profit as an affiliate, right? That I get to keep net profit before taxes. Which is not bad, right? That's like the representation of 5 years. And this is kind of like, it's just to give you an idea of like what a mindset shift can do. There's a reason I'm showing you this. It's not to brag. I'm also not logged into WordPlus, and there's some revenue in there for me as a vendor and as an affiliate that I'm not talking about, but I kind of just want to focus on this. It's irrelevant because I really just want to prove a point here about how powerful taking a little bit of action and focusing on your mindset for a little bit and getting tuned up before you figure out what you want to do again, kind of taking the next leap to get to the next level. Anyways, I'm going to make this snappy. This video is getting on 10 minutes and it's getting a little bit longer than I want to do. But I just, I wanted to give you something heartfelt, something to motivate you, something for you to see that I understand the struggle that you're going through. And I understand that, I understand how to help get you, at least introduce you to the person who's going to help get you to where you need to go. Because what he did for me is like unbelievable. And I'm going to show you the proof here in a second. So one of the things I want to do real quick is just prove to you this is my account. So open in a new tab and come over here. There's just some information in here that I don't want to share, but you'll see that's mine right there, Anthony Aries. Okay, so I'm going to close that out because I don't want to share some info that's on there. All right, so really quick, I'll zoom this back down. So really quick, look at what happened. So I got with Michael, right? I went on this call to action. I went on this call to action call with Michael, and it was like 4 days. It was like November of 2013, around that time frame. I ended up joining like this huge bodybuilding.com transformation. Y'all have seen the before and after pic of me. I'll pull it up really quick. So a lot of you have seen this picture. This is like when I was in that weird complacent funk where I was like hating everything, just in a weird funk with the business. And I shouldn't have been, because I was doing pretty good. I was making 6 figures a year. But again, not as much as everybody else was making. Wasn't growing as fast as I wanted to. I was really overweight. So I get on this training with Michael and go through it and make an accountability in my brain that, I need to change my health before I can change anything, right? And so, boom, I went on. I joined this bodybuilding.com transformation contest, and 84 days later, this is what I look like. I never fully got the full 6-pack, but I did pretty darn good in 84 days for a 42-year-old guy without any performance-enhancing drugs, okay? So Michael, he sparked. He got that spark in me going that created a blazing fire. Anyways, real quick, make a long story short, this is just the health aspect of it, okay? So, for a little while I was at a bit in a funk, and then so from call to action, there was another so you had to go through that class, and then there was another class that we went through, and then there was the big event out in Arizona. So go to that event, and when I say big event, there was a lot of people there, and a lot of people just going through all kinds of life challenges, which is great because you're there with. It's amazing how many people were there, but how small it felt, because it was so quaint and what's the word I'm looking for? It was so like everybody was connected. Everyone had stuff they needed to work on, and it was amazing just being there with Michael and seeing how he helped such a large room of people. Never witnessed anything like that in my life. Amazing. So go to the event. I was there with Mario Brown. Mario Brown was at the event with me, and some other folks have gone through this event. Anyways, that's besides the point. So go through that and had an amazing time. Had like a lot of mindset transformations. Okay. So then I get back and I just like got a massive fire under my ass in the business. Now watch what happens here. So this is the sales from 2011 to 2014. Now I'm going to come in over here and I'm going to put 07, so July 7th. So Michael's event was like spring of 2014. Heather had told me, Heather got pregnant, and so she was pregnant with having Grace, and I don't know what's today. Actually, I have to think about this. I'm so sorry. We'll do 0319. So Heather was pregnant with Grace, and it was like, it's my first child, and I was just like going to the event. I got like, I had this whole new mindset, just massive transformation going on, just ready to kick some ass. right? And so check out what happened. I'm going to hit the refresh. So this is like a 20-month period, right? If you add this up, it's a little over 20 months. From July 1st, 2014 till March 19th, 2016. Again, this is just this account. I just want to give you some perspective. If I hit the refresh button on that, oh, did I do so? Oh, yeah, I did. Oh, there's a slash over there. Let's do it again. Yeah, big zero. That's what happened to big zero. No, that's not what happened. Let me show you what happened. Come on, refresh. Custom. Oh, there's no dash there. See, look at I'm making all these mistakes, and I still was able to kick some ass. Watch this. I can't even put a slash in where it belongs. Look at that. $1,020,111.71 from July 1st, 2014 to March 19, 2016. All right, and there were some additional factors that came into play that made this happen, right? But the thing that kicked it off was the mindset transformation that Michael put me in. It was, like I said, the spark that lit the blazing fire. So you're going to have an opportunity to have him on a call. I got him to get on a call with us, okay? And last time I did this was a while ago. It was a few years ago. It's not easy to get someone of Michael's caliber on the call. He's got a lot going on. He helps multi-gazillionaires, okay? So to have him come on and talk with us and help me, I'm going to do this again, because I need to now take this from 1 million to 10 million, all right? And I need to go through this again and have another mindset transformation, hit another level, right? So that's why I'm bringing Michael back, to help me get there, to help you get to where you need to go, to help you get focused, to help you figure out what it is that you're going to do, right? Do not miss out on this opportunity, because you're going to have a chance to get on a phone call with him live. Replays are not going to help you like getting on a call with Michael Burnoff, a free one. It's not going to cost you nothing to get on a call with him. You're going to get a lot out of it, okay? Please make it a point, right, to be there, right, on Thursday at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Right? Like, it's going to be worth your while. There's going to be a replay, but it's not going to do you justice. I'm serious. This is like someone you definitely want. You want to see, you want to connect with, you want to see how he helps people also on the call that are there. Okay? So, enough of the transparency, and it's time for you to get excited about what we're going to be doing on Thursday night. It's time for you to carve that time out and hang out with me and all the other folks that are going to be jumping in to connect with Michael Burnoff and transform their mindset into a serious black ops, money-making, communicating, self-confident person. Thanks for being here. Yours for prosperity.